Hey everyone, I'm from Figure Reviews, and I'm back here at you guys with another figure review. And today we're here reviewing the Maximum Series Spider-Man from Marvel Legends and Hasbro. Alright, so before I begin this video, I would like to point a disclaimer. I might be complaining a little bit in this video, and most of my opinions might surprise you, because, well, alert, it's not a horrible figure. Like, for $50, it's not good, but it's definitely the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man we have. So, take that what you will. Now, that being said, let's get on with this review. So, first up, he has two alternate head sculpts, right? He has this, which I don't personally like. Why can't they just both be squinting? I don't, like, why one squinting and why one not? It just looks weird. Right. I personally don't like it. But to those who do, cheers to you. His next head sculpt is his Peter Parker head sculpt. But I'm going to be honest, it's not that bad in person. Smile is very creepy though. They could have just made it plain. That would have been better. But yeah, it's okay. Definitely better than that one in my opinion. He has a couple hands. These are his wrist ones that you can swap out. Now, this doesn't turn, so like they're just like this permanently, which is a little annoying, but it's fine. He can make it work. The paint detail looks nice. It just looks great overall. I do have some QC issues with this figure, which I will show you before I do comparisons. So, so just wait for that. The camera doesn't want to focus at all today. I wonder why. There you go. Alright. Yeah. As you can see, pretty good. Like, no web lines missing from what I can see. Same over here. Pretty good. If I had to critique these hands, I don't get why I don't get why these hands are, for the fingers, are straight. But for his next web shooting hands, like they're kind of curved on one. Like, I don't get that. Just give us two of the same hand, please, Hasbro. But yeah, that's basically these two hands, as you can see. He has two grabbing hands for his web accessories. Pretty good. And two wall crawling hands. You can see. He comes with this, right, the stand, and this stand isn't connected to this, but they're interchangeable for these two. So yeah, I just think this one looks better than, well, whatever this is supposed to be. But yeah, also, the stand does have some form of articulation. It can move a little bit, as you can see. 2 points here, so it's not bad. Over here is his web shield. Pretty good. I like the color. And then these. I really wish these had a wire in it. It would make these so much more posable. I don't know. I don't really like these too much. It's kind of meh. It's hit or miss for me, really. I feel like it was unnecessary. But still, whatever. Alright. Now, let me show you some of my QC issues real quick. So, right here, above his pectoral. As you guys can see that. He's missing paint. It was like that out of the box. One that it shouldn't be that way, you know. Also right here, missing paint. You know, it's just I don't know. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing for a $55 figure. You know, especially for Marvel Legends. But yeah, those are my QC issues, and the web line up top is a little thick. Like, it kind of gets thick here, and it gets really light here. But yeah, those are my only QC issues so far. I haven't had anything too serious, no gummy joints, no nothing. So far, not so bad, you know. Not good for $50, I'll tell you that, but if it was $35, it'd be pretty good. Also, all his joints in his legs are loose. There is no stability with this figure. Alright, and I'm going to be right back with some comparisons. Alright everyone, and I'm back, and first up for comparisons, we got the Marvel Legends Black Widow. Who they are, they look pretty well in size to each other, I think anyway. They look really good next to each other. So he's going to scale well with your Marvel Legends, but that's to be expected. Next we got our SH Figure Arts, right? Over here. And he's not really going to scale well with them. Like, unless you pose him in a very certain way, he will probably scale well, but from what I'm seeing, not really. Not really. So yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, could be better, but it's okay. And for our last comparisons, we got Mafex, right? Now you may be wondering, why don't I bring out any of my Marvel Legends Spider-Man? That's because I want to compare them to him in a different video next week. So I want to hold off on that. So yeah. But here he is next to the Mafex figures, and I'm going to be honest, he looks like he's going to fit in pretty nicely. Not as well as the Mafex Spider-Man, right? The Mafex Spider-Man looks like it fits in better with Mafex overall, but it's not bad. Like, if you were to have him on a shelf, it wouldn't be that bad, you know? So, nice. Very nice. Yeah. Now, with comparisons out of the way, I want to move on to articulation. So first up, he has a neck joint, or he does have a neck joint, but let's take a look at his head joint. All right, goes all the way around. It's a little tight on the neck joint, right? It can go all the way around. It can go up. It can go down. All right. That's pretty meh, I'm going to be honest. And that's not utilizing the neck joint, so that's just this upward looking motion, right? Like, it doesn't look that great. Now with the neck joint, it goes up even further. So, you know, take that what you will. You know. Yeah. So, it's alright, I guess. Okay, you can have him flying at you. But yeah, definitely expect more movement out of a neck joint that they were bragging about on a live stream. I'm going to be honest. Come on, Hasbro. Wobbly neck, so that's pretty good. Pretty good range of motion here. Not bad. Do wish for a little bit more. The Mafex comic book one has way more movement in his neck than this figure. Also, when are they going to get rid of this disc hinge joint, right? Like, it gets rid of so much movement in the neck. Just Just add a dumbbell joint at this point. Just do it. If you're trying to compete with import companies, just do it at this point. Don't half-ass it. Yeah. His neck joint can also help him because it has rotation, as you can see. Like down, up, side to side. I'm pretty sure I showed that. He can do a T-pose pretty well. Great butterfly joints. One of the best things about this figure is his butterfly joints are absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is really good. Not better than most Mafex figures I have, but for a Marvel Legends, this is pretty good. I've never seen a Marvel Legends with butterfly joints this good outside of my Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. So this is really good. I really like this. They can also go really far back, right? Which is pretty good. Go all the way around, bicep swivel, of course. Double jointed elbows, right? Now, it is a little stiff on my copy, so you need to be careful, right? Wrist swivel, but that's purely due to these, right? Also, quick disclaimer, I had to heat this up to pop these on, so you guys might need to do that too. Just a quick disclaimer. Hands can go all the way around, hinge it right in there, so it can go up and down, right? Pretty standard stuff for Marvel Legends, honestly, nothing too impressive. He has a diaphragm joint right here. Pretty good movement. Like, that's as much as it wants to go, though. Doesn't really want to go any further than that. Yeah. Up. Down. And that's pretty much it. Ab crutch is amazing. It goes back so much. It's really good. This is a really good ab crunch. The only problem I have with Marvel Legends ab crunches are that the paint will rub off on here eventually. And I would rather them just put a ball peg in here and then just connect it like all other figures. I feel like that would add to better range of motion overall and add to the figure's durability in general. But maybe that's just me. Like, it'll make it last longer in terms of the paint not chipping as much. Because this is definitely going to chip a lot. And I mean a lot. But yeah, it's not bad. Like, if you were to add all of it together, he can look that far back, and that far forward. So it's not bad, So I do like what they did here. It's pretty good. It allows him for a lot of poses. Now, where I think this figure is really, really good is his legs. Now, I'm not personally someone who likes the turkey leg syndrome, right? Like, well, not turkey leg, but he has wide, like, it looks like he has wide hips that are disproportional to the rest of his body, and I don't like that. But I'll tell you what, it looks pretty damn good when posed. All right, like, as much as I don't like it, I'm not going to argue with the fact that it does get some results. It really does. It has a drop down hinge. Which works amazingly. They come right back up. You see? Sorry if my voice is a little scratchy. I'm not really feeling too well. But he kicks out about that far, and I just dropped him. He doesn't really kick back too much, but that's with the drop down hinge. With it, without it, it just goes about that much. With it, about that much. So you get the gist. With the drop down hinge, right, he can kick all the way up. Right? Here. So definitely a lot more range of motion, thigh swivel, boot swivel, double jointed knees, foot joint, ankle rockers, which is great, toe joint, thank God. This should be standard on all Marvel Legends Spider-Man. In my honest opinion, it should just be a standard. It should not be like a premium price point to have, you know. Because first we had it Renew Your Vows. Then I think we got it the card back for Scarlet Spider, and then Superior Spider-Man, and now we have him. Like, I just feel like it should be more on Spider-Man from here on out, like, regardless, because what's Spider-Man without his toe joint? He kind of needs a toe joint, I feel like. But yeah, pretty good. You can see you can pretty much get him into some pretty good stuff because of the drop down hinge. It's pretty great. But yeah, that's it for articulation. Now let me show you some poses, and you guys can tell me what you think in the comments down below before the final review. Hey everyone, welcome to the posing portion of this video. And as you're going to see throughout this posing portion, this figure poses really good, and I have really no complaints. If I had to have any, it'd be about his feet and how they're very loose. But other than that, this figure poses like a charm and looks great in almost every pose. I really have nothing too bad to say when it comes to moving this figure around, so let's get right back onto the video. Hey everyone, I'm back, and welcome to the final review. So, right off the bat, this figure has some things I don't like, which will take its score down. These two accessories, I mean, like, why make webs that are literally flimsy, right? If you're not going to put a wire in them so you can bend them and pose them. I mean, like, I don't know. This is a missed opportunity. It really is. You have no idea. Marvel Legends, you have no idea how many people would buy a Spider-Man just to get a web line with wire in it so it can bend. You have no idea. And what's this? I mean, really? Really? What am I gonna do with this that doesn't look provocative? Right? Like, come on. Really? And then there's this head sculpt, which I don't really like, Like, I bet some people out there like it, and that's cool. No shade. I just don't, right? Like, I don't know. I like symmetry, Like, if I would rather have both eyes squinting than one eye squinting and one eye, completely open. Like, it just looks weird to me, But yeah. Those are honestly my only complaints about the figure so far. I think it's pretty good other than that. Now, there are some paint mishaps on the figure itself, but it's a Marvel Legends. Like, what do you expect? Just because it's a higher price point doesn't mean it's higher quality. We should be expecting that by now from Marvel Legends. I mean, like, come on. The nice part about this figure is he is superposable and is definitely the best Marvel Legends to date, without a doubt. Also, if you guys are wondering where the spider sense is and why I haven't showed it off, that's because it's on one of my figure displays and I don't feel like taking it out. You guys probably will see a short on what figure display it's on soon, so you can see it then. But either way, it's irrelevant to the total conversation because it's one accessory compared to others, and trust me, it doesn't make much of a difference. Especially considering, for some reason, it likes to not stay on the head too well, Like, it likes to fall off more often than not. Yeah. But now for the final review, or like my final score with all my complaints out of the way, and it's going to be a 6.5. Like, I've enjoyed the figure itself, but for the price I paid, I don't feel like I've got my money's worth. Right? Now, am I going to sell this figure? No. Because I do plan on using some of the accessories like this. I do plan on using the figure itself, of course. And, yeah. You know. But I don't think if I don't feel like I've got my money's worth completely out of this figure. So, you know, like in terms of enjoyment. So, you know, I really do think this figure should have been 35. But yeah, it's going to be a 6.5 for me. I just don't think it's a 10 out of 10 in my book. Especially when I compare it to other Marvel Legends. Like this Black Widow, which was $27. Or the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, which was $25 retail, and came with a lot of accessories and was superposable, right? Like when I compare it to those two, this price just doesn't make any sense at all. So, yeah, it's going to be a 6.5 for me. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you agree with my decision? Do you agree with my score? I'd be really interested to know. But yeah, anyway, have a great rest of your day. Bye.